Alright guys, Louis Santana. I'm back with another great review, and today I'm going to be reviewing Ubereats. So sit right down. I want to tell you an amazing story. Obviously we own a gourmet foods company, and we're always on the road. I loved past tense, Ubereats, because it was super easy to be out at an event and just have those guys deliver any food from any restaurant that was participating. It was really great. I could have sushi, I could have burgers, I could have Mexican food, Italian food. It was whatever I wanted to have, right? So this weekend I was out in Del Mar, and I got to tell you, I'm so disappointed that I'm going to actually uninstall my Ubereats, and I'm going to tell you why. So normally I've got really great service with Ubereats, but here's part of what's been happening, right? Is that in California they've limited the amount of money that they can charge for their fees, which is great for consumers, right? $2.99 for their Ubereats fee. Well, here's what ends up happening is all of those drivers see that pop up on their dial when they get an order, and none of the drivers want to pick up the order. So that's actually what happened in my case. I ordered a bunch of sushi. The restaurant was literally 10 minutes away from the Del Mar racetrack where I was holding my event, and I thought, man, this is going to be so much fun to see if this guy can actually make it into the fairgrounds. And so sure enough, it says, hey, 15 to 25 minutes. I'm going to get my sushi. I'm pretty excited. And I go ahead and place my order. Well, here's what ended up happening is that it went from 15 to 25 minutes to 35 minutes to 45 minutes to 55 minutes. And I'm like, what is going on? Because it says preparing your order. Now, anybody that's been on Ubereats, that's kind of what happens. You place your order, you pay for it, and then basically it says preparing your order. The restaurant actually called me, and they said, Louis, your Uber order is actually there. And it's waiting. We've had it ready for almost an hour now. No driver's here to pick it up yet. So I'm like, all right, now I'm getting concerned. Well, within about 10 minutes later, I was on the phone with Ubereats trying to figure out what was going on. And that's when I found out that basically these guys don't get paid, so they don't ever click on saying, hey, I'll go pick up that order. Meaning that you're at the mercy of the driver, especially in California, because they only get paid $3 to deliver, right? And I guess the confidence is not so big by them that we're going to leave them a great tip that at the end of the day they're going to I'm not going to pick up an Ubereats order. They'll pick up Ubers, but they won't pick up Ubereats. So that's starting to become a huge problem, right? Especially in California. Well, sure enough, the guy picks it up. I guess the guy's from out of state, out of country, whatever the case is, but he doesn't even know his way around Del Mar. So that's problem number 2. So problem number 2 is the fact that, not only do I need to try to give this guy direction, I live in Arizona, this guy lives in Del Mar supposedly, he doesn't even know his way around. So now we're having a huge issue. This guy does not know how to get me the order. It's an hour and 10 minutes later, guys, since I've actually ordered, and then he goes ahead and cancels the order, which he can personally do. So he initiates the canceled order, which means I get my money back. Woo-doo-doo-doo. But at the end of the day, I don't get my sushi. And guess what the direction is from Ubereats, because I just talked to them this morning, is that they tell the driver to either dispose the food or basically give it back to the restaurant. The restaurant called me and said, hey, that guy never came back with the food, and it looks like he canceled your order. So that means that that driver, Fajardo or whatever his name is, ended up eating my sushi. So there's no recourse. Of course, as a customer, I'm wanting to be taken care of. And here's the problem that I have, and you'll see it actually if you visit my Facebook page, which is Louis Santana. I'm going to be talking about processes and really customer service. We try to give out business tips, but here's a business tip. When a process overrides human activity, then at the end of the day, that's not a company I want to do business with. I asked those guys for a courtesy credit to say, hey, you know what, I order exclusively from you guys. I'm always throwing you guys on Instagram, whatever the case is, bragging about you guys. Their processes does not allow them to do a courtesy credit. So that means I'm out. So anyway, so that's my review of Ubereats, man. If you guys are using it, especially in California, be very careful of that, because what ends up happening is this was on a Sunday too. It was right in the middle of the day, not real busy. I mean, again, the problem I have is that Ubereats says that it's going to be 15 to 25 minutes. Well, an hour and 10 minutes later, and then they cancel. It just chewed up an hour and 10 minutes of my time. I could have ordered from Domino's and gotten it faster. So anyway, that's it, guys. I would tell you that if you're using Ubereats, man, you should be super careful of that. I personally am going to uninstall it. I'm not going to use Ubereats anymore. I'm going to figure out a different way to get my food. And at the end of the day, they just lost a great customer. So anyway, hopefully this worked out for you guys. We'll catch you later. See you.